Hey everyone, Ryan here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate video. There's only 19 days until this game comes out, so smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one as we get closer and closer to being able to play this amazing game. So, while I was preparing this video, the game is apparently sold out on Amazon in North America, so it's even more relevant that we talk about this topic. And so I wanted to make a video about buying the game as a physical copy versus getting a digital copy, and basically the pros and cons of each. So first, the pros of buying digital. So you have the convenience of having the game at all times wherever you are. So if you travel a lot and you already have a lot of Switch physical cartridges already, you may not want to be carrying too many in your case at a time. Again, on the convenience side, you never need to swap out the cartridge. So if you're busy playing through a really long single player game like, say, Octopath Traveler or Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you may want to keep those in and then be able to drop in for a few quick games of Smash without switching the cartridges. This is kind of a first world problem, but I think it does matter for some of us. I got Smash 4 for both 3DS and Wii U. I got the 3DS version digital and the Wii U version physical, and I don't know if that played any part in this, but I ended up playing the 3DS version way more, and it was so convenient. I could just power up my 3DS, whatever game I had in there, I could play Smash wherever I was, and I didn't have to worry about forgetting to bring a cartridge along with me. Next, you have the security of the fact if you lost your Switch, you'd be able to call Nintendo to deactivate that console, log into a new Switch with your Nintendo account, and then re-download the game, so you don't have to rebuy it. You know, if it's physical and you lose your Switch with that game, then you'll obviously lose the game and have to purchase it again. Now the next one is relevant only for release day, and you can play the game immediately when it comes out, thanks to this thing called preloading. So if you purchase or pre-purchase the game digitally, you can have the game all loaded up, ready to play at midnight. Of course, on the physical side, you have options like Amazon and Best Buy, where you can have the game delivered to your door, which has worked well for me in the past, and it's been reliable, except for one time, which was a real bummer. And if you go that route, you probably won't get it until a little bit later in the day, if that matters to you. Also, the best part of those pre-orders was that you got 20% off if you were an Amazon Prime member or a Best Buy Gamers Club member, and both of those deals were discontinued earlier this year and replaced with some like $10 off thing. So that incentive is far worse than it used to be, so again, another pro for going digital. Now, according to some of GameXplain's comparisons, digital tends to be very slightly faster loading time as compared to having the physical cartridge, again, if that matters to you at all. And this last one, the My Nintendo rewards coins are kind of lame, and you get so little back, and they even expire after a certain amount of time, so I wouldn't really factor that into your decision, honestly. As we'll talk about soon, depending on where you purchase the physical games, you may have more financial incentive to go physical. Alright, so now the pros of getting the physical cartridge. So the first one is by far the biggest plus I see for physical, that you physically own the game, and therefore you have the ability to sell, trade, or loan it to someone else. Now for me personally, this is kind of a non-issue because I never plan on getting rid of this game, so I don't really care about having physical value of, you know, holding the cartridge and being able to sell it at a later date. Now the second bullet point is also super important to a lot of people, and that's owning the box with the gorgeous cover art for your collection. So especially if you have a shelf and a nice collection already, this could be a really big factor. You could also have decided you want to get the special edition with the steelbook and the special Pro Controller. So again, going physical for the sake of having the collectible definitely has a lot of merit. And then, no need for a micro SD card. So Smash Ultimate's final file size is 13.6 gigabytes, and that's without DLC. So that's almost half of the Switch's internal storage of 32 gigabytes. So you'd pretty much eventually have to fork out some money for a micro SD card of some moderate size. And you could probably get a decent one for around $30, which again is just another investment. So another pro for going physical. Now the last thing I wanted to talk about was save data, because there are a lot of misconceptions out there, and it's probably the most important thing to me. Because I want to know if I lose something, or if my Switch suddenly stops working, or the software gets corrupted, or the Switch servers eventually shut down in like 15 to 20 years, will I still have access to my save data? I mean, this game is huge, and there are going to be so many spirits to collect and things to buy from the in-game shop, so this is definitely important to me since I plan to put many hours into this game. So the funny thing is, for this bullet point, it really doesn't matter. Because either way, all Switch games store save data on the Switch's internal memory. So unlike DS and 3DS games, and even some NES games like The Legend of Zelda, where save data is on the cartridge, Switch games store their save data on the Switch's internal memory. So this means if you lose your Switch, you actually lose all of your save data. This is why the cloud backup for save data with the Switch Online service was so important for a lot of people. Now another question people ask is, what if the server shut down and you need to re-download your digital game? Well, you can actually take your game data from your micro SD card in the Switch and back it up to your computer or a backup drive, and then just reinstall it from that. So in terms of save data, it's pretty much the same either way. So you can go back to the previous two lists I have of pros and determine just what's more important to you. And that's what it really comes down to. It's all personal preference. You know, what kind of gamer are you? Do you travel a lot? Do you play mostly solo or with friends? Do you take pride in your game collection, or would you rather not have that extra clutter? From polls I've seen online, it seems like for Smash Ultimate, about 75 to 80% of people are planning to get the physical version, and about 20 to 25% are planning to get the digital version, with a small percentage getting both to get the best of both worlds. Me personally, I'm going digital, but what about you? Are you planning to go physical or digital for Smash Ultimate? And what reasoning do you have behind it? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you found this video helpful if you were trying to decide which one to get, and thanks so much for watching. This has been Wreck-It Ryan, and we'll see you all in the next video.